So some of you are aware of my stories of my brother-in-law Sanjay. You know, one of the challenges for a preacher is that most of us kind of assume when we preach on Sunday morning that all of you have been here the whole time we've been preaching. I've been doing this for some 28 years, and I just assume all of you have heard all of my sermons for the past 28 years and know all the details and everything about it, and I forget sometimes to explain what I'm telling you. I'm using a shorthand, making some assumptions, so I'm not going to assume today. I have two sisters, my sister Sue, who married Marty, and my sister Nancy, who is 9 years younger than I am. She married Sanjay. Sanjay was born in New Delhi. He had an opportunity to go to England on a cricket scholarship. He got to England, called up his mother and said, "I hate these British people, they're awful." And said, "I don't want to stay here." And so she said, "Well, your other choice is to go stay with your aunt and uncle who live in all places in the world, Buffalo, New York." And so Sanjay came from New Delhi to Buffalo and went to the Buffalo State and finished his degree there and began teaching at Erie Community College. And while he was teaching there, he met my sister. Yes, my sister married the professor. And so they got married and had their life together. Well, Sanjay, having grown up in New Delhi, has some interesting things he sometimes likes to share with us. Not only artwork and stories, but sometimes he gives us the opportunity to try some Indian dishes, Indian food. And I got to tell you, sometimes it's a real treat. Like the time he was visiting down here with my sister, and we went down to Island, New Jersey, where there's a very large Indian community. We went wandering around, got some food, and then we went to the shop that had burfi. Burfi is a kind of Indian confection or dessert. Indians don't eat a lot of sweet stuff. They eat very little sweet stuff. Most of everything they eat is savory. But every once in a while they want sweets, and when they do, they go all out. I got to tell you, it was the best stuff in the world. The sugar count probably went right through the ceiling. It was really fabulous stuff. On the other hand, we have occasionally tried dishes that, let me suggest, were just a bit different. Some flavors, for me, just don't work, and some, well, let's say, I just haven't figured out. Like, for example, I understand yogurt to be that stuff with blueberries or strawberries in it. I was introduced by Sanjay and his family to cut vegetables where you dip it into yogurt, and you put it in your mouth, and shortly thereafter your head explodes because it is so hot and so spicy and so different than anything I've ever eaten. I had to admit I was absolutely in shock. Food from other parts of the world can be a surprise, and some are really downright delicious. Tandoori, for example. Have you ever had a samosa? A samosa is a stuffed pastry, usually in a triangular shape, a popular snack in India as well as a lot of Southeast Asia. It generally consists of a fried or baked triangular pastry shell with a savory filling, and by that I mean extraordinarily spicy, which in Sanjay's case included spiced mashed potatoes, onions, peas, coriander, I don't even know what coriander is, and lentils. They are absolutely delicious. We have them as a snack, usually in the afternoon when dinner is going to be late. Understand that they are delicious. They're wonderful, usually hot out of the oven and very spicy. And there's often a dipping condiment that goes with them, a chutney or a sauce of some kind. The mango chutney is excellent. But again, you gotta know it's a little spicy. And you're also welcome to try the sauce, but be careful. One day, Sanjay offered me a condiment out of the refrigerator. It was green. He opened the jar on the other side of the room, and my eyes started to water 10 feet away. The red sauce or condiment in Indian cooking is hot. The green sauce, it turns out, is on fire when you even smell it. A tiny little bit goes a long, long way. Listen to this. The kingdom of God is like green sauce. Just a touch, a smell, pinch, even a tiny little bit, can change everything. It can set you on fire.